So I didn't look at my Twitch analytics all of June. And as you can probably see by the big smile on my face, I really enjoyed it. So I want to start off by giving my background in Twitch, what my journey's been like, and things like that, just for a little bit of context. I started streaming on September 27th, which is also my birthday, and I realized that I love it. I love streaming and I wanted to do it more and more and more, to the point that I realized that I've never been so passionate about anything before in my life. I was a pandemic-born streamer in September 2020. I had no idea how Twitch works. I had no idea that you had to make connections, that you had to network and whatnot. And so I was kind of just streaming into the void for like 3 months. I had about like 5 viewers, nothing to write home about. And then someone came in and gifted me 1 sub. And I realized that, hey, people can actually make money out of Twitch, and that someone wants to just literally sit and watch me play a video game, and they want to support me as a content creator. And that kind of just sent the ball rolling for me. I started streaming more and more. I realized that I was putting smiles on people's faces, and I realized that this is just the most enjoyable thing on the planet, and it didn't seem that hard at the time. I just had to get up, go play my little cozy game, hit the go live button, and people will show up because they want to be friends with me. Somehow, the pandemic made it such that everybody at home was bored out of their minds, and they started watching Twitch a lot more. And with this, people realized that Twitch is a platform where you can actually make friends and join communities and be active parts of the community without it being fucking weird, because it is the internet. And so I saw my stream grow at an exponential rate. Now, I want to preface this by saying that this is not something that you will experience on a normal day-to-day basis. This was a special occurrence that happened during the pandemic, when there was a boom in viewers, a surge in the amount of people clicking on twitch.tv and coming in to become friends, become a community, because nobody had anything fucking better to do than to bake bread and sit on the internet watching another person play a game. I saw a huge boom in my viewership, and in January and February, I was seeing a big spike in my numbers without a single raid. This was about like averaging 50 people coming in and watching me, wanting to be friends with me. As they say, not all good things last forever, and I saw a big dip in my viewership once the vaccine started to roll around, once school ended and summer started, and people realized that they can step outside into good weather. They can go for picnics, socially distanced, of course. They can go to restaurants as well. Things were opening back up and still are. So this is a very current situation that I'm talking about. And I just saw a very big dip in my viewership, and that took a very big mental toll on me. As it exponentially went up, it exponentially went down as well. It got to the point that I started to wonder about why one stream did better than another. I would go in, I would watch VOD after VOD after VOD, and try to determine at what point was my viewership the highest, at what point was my viewership the lowest, why was it the lowest at that point, was I swearing too much, was I not being decent enough, was I not being funny enough, was I not being calm enough, am I too much, or am I too little? That is all that went through my mind when I started looking at numbers. However, one thing that I forgot was that correlation does not equal causation. There are multiple confounding variables that go into determining why some people are leaving, why some people are coming, why on an overall basis there are a less number of viewers on Twitch. And you know what? It wasn't because of me. Well, it might be, but I wasn't the primary source. It is just a different changing world, and we are all adapting to it. So when people have the time, they come and they watch you. When they don't have the time, they're trying to spend time with family, with friends, going out, getting some sun, getting some fresh air. It is not always you. Long story short, I decided that enough was enough. I decided that I am 22 years old, I am doing the absolute best that I can, and I want to continue streaming, and that will not happen if I continue to beat myself up over every single stream, over every single person leaving my chat, over someone not talking, over my analytics not doing too well. And I realized that June's coming up. Now is the time. I am just going to stop looking at Twitch analytics altogether. I'm going to stop. Enough is enough. That sounds as easy as pie, right? However, I kind of failed. I realized that I've become obsessed. I had become obsessed with looking at Twitch numbers, viewer count, with taking a peek at my viewer count, with looking at my post-stream VOD total views. I was tanking. And what this led to was me kind of being in a state of denial. Anytime I would look at my viewer count during stream and it's not doing too well, I would just tone down my personality, change myself a little bit. Anytime I would look at post VOD views and whatnot, and I realized that, oh, my stream didn't do too well in viewership this time, I would like sink into this deep post-stream depression where I wonder, oh my God, what am I doing wrong still? I'm not even looking at my viewer count. So I was trying to be as authentic as possible during that stream, and maybe people just didn't like it. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Well, the good thing is that I did come to a conclusion, and I want to share this conclusion with all of you. For the streams that I did not look at my viewer count, my post-stream VOD total views, my analytics, I deleted a Streamlabs email, summary email. My answer to the question, am I happier now? Was yes, I am. I was very happy. I was providing very, very authentic, genuine content. I was being myself. I realized that one of the big things that I learned throughout this process was that I need to learn to love myself a little bit more. I need to learn to love the content that I'm putting out for me rather than for what the viewer would like. I need to start looking at myself as a brand rather than trying to fit into a box. During the month of June, I started focusing a lot more on putting out content on more discoverable platforms like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. I started to make myself into more of a business and have a more strategic plan going into it than I did initially. And initially, I thought that I was hitting the gold mine. I was being so business savvy. I was not, because I was not happy. I still deal with major anxiety when I hit the go live button. And that's because when I first started, I'm comparing it to then. I'm comparing it to the exponential instant gratification that I saw in the numbers that I got from my streams, from my subs, from my follower count. But I realized that not all good things can come easy. Every single thing on this planet has its peaks and its valleys. You're gonna see content growth, you're gonna see growth in numbers and viewership and whatnot, but you're also gonna see days when it doesn't do too well, and that is okay. Don't blame yourself so much. It takes about 30 days to build a habit, and I realized that I do believe I built a habit out of not looking at my analytics all throughout June, that I started doing the same in July. And now that August is here, I want to implement it more heavily. And for all of August, I'm not going to be peeking, I'm not going to be cheating, looking at my Twitch VOD views, analytics, none of that. I'm just going to focus on being the most authentic self I can be and being consistent in where I am posting content with the kind of content that I'm posting. So I think one of the biggest learning experiences that I got from not looking at my viewer count, the exponential growth, all the people achieving Twitch partner in 3 months, 6 months, whatnot, during the pandemic was very unnatural. You have to be extremely lucky to experience that kind of exponential growth in a more normalistic setting, I have to say. And that just kind of brings me to the point that what you're doing right now, just keep doing it and it will pay off. One day or another, it's right around there. So don't compare yourself to other people. I have so many tips and tricks for stuff that I think is so important to help enhance your streaming journey, your Twitch journey, that will just make you happier in general. So let me know in the chat, in the comments, if you would like to hear more about tips and tricks. Let me know if you have any experience with Twitch analytics, whether you stopped watching them, stopped looking at them. What has your experience been? But yeah, I thought I would just come on here and give you all a taste of my experience as a Twitch streamer who has stopped looking at her analytics altogether. I hope you all took something away from this video, and if you did, please like, subscribe, comment, and follow me on all my social medias. I would love for you to say hi. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it.